Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. So happy to present to you Scott. Scott, tell us about you. Tell us about the business.
Well, the company is the Center for Work Optional Living. Let me give you the backstory real fast. I was a practicing financial advisor for 42 years, and early in my career, I followed Wall Street to the letter. I did a pivot into biotech venture capital, did the buy and hold, and I lost everything. So I had to figure out how to rebuild quickly, and that's what gave birth to the work optional method. Now, the whole point is everyone is taking their money and saving it and trying to grow it for the same reason. You want to get to a point where you don't have to worry anymore. Okay. And believe me, having known harsh financial stress, believe me, when you get there, it's a blessing. So let me just jump into this real fast. And of course, you put up a PowerPoint and it doesn't move when you hit enter. There you go. All right, full disclosure, I am not a practicing advisor. Any investments that I mention here are not recommendations to buy or sell. You must do your own work, but I can help you with that because we teach a lot of these tools. Okay, this is what I hope to bring across to you today. We all have the same goal, covered that. I want you to understand what the work optional mindset feels like. What are the three P's? We'll get to that. But if you don't have the three P's, you're not going to be work optional. Okay. You want income for life. I can show you how to do that. You want to know how to charge. Did you know you could charge your stocks rent? We'll show you a slide to prove it. And how to x-ray your markets. Okay. And more important, how do you manage the risk? Because that's the real key. This to me is work optional. And full disclosure, I am living work optional, but I am so passionate about being the educator for the do-it-yourself investor market that I'm putting in more hours now than I did as an advisor because I really think I can change lives. But isn't this what it's all about? Family, relaxation, good times. Does anyone have a problem with this type of lifestyle? Show of hands, yes, no? Okay, I didn't think so. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I want you to close your eyes and remember a time in your life when money was harsh, when money was scarce, when you didn't know which way to turn and you were desperate for relief. Okay? Just focus on that with your eyes closed for a few minutes. The emotional roller coaster that investors go on following the Wall Street model. Okay? When everything feels good, that's when everyone is, they're quitting their day jobs because they're trading stocks in the basement because I'm good at this. I'll tell you from a practice point, when everyone feels that happy, I start getting very nervous. And that's when I start reducing risk. When you get down around here, and I used to do dinner events where I would strap on my guitar and I would make you close your eyes. And when it got to fear, I'd play like the theme song to Jaws, the bottom. Okay. And when it got down to here, capitulation, that old song they played when they were leading you up to the gallows? And this is the time when you need to go shopping. So, first golden nugget. If you see that Wall Street looks like it's the walking dead, go shopping. You loved Apple at 225, but now at 180, it's no good. Okay. The standard plan is buy and hold, which I call buy and pray. Show of hands. How many people have done the buy and hold and have not enjoyed the downside? Great. I call that being coyoted. So hopefully this will come through. But this is what happens when markets down 40, 50% and Wall Street's telling you, no, it's all good. Remember, you're long term. Now, here's the good news. You're never going to go through that again. Yes, we know what the losses were in the market. Okay. And I'm telling you, if you don't heed to anything I show you today, I want you to burn this into your head. The most unique advantage the stock market gives you over every other way of investing is instant liquidity. The English translation, oh, you bought it, it's losing you money, you've hit your threshold, sell it. Pick up the mouse, go click, it's done. Because if you lose 5%, you only need to make a little more than 5% to get even. Market will give it to you. You start getting down here around the 25, 30% level, I'm sorry, it's going to take you a long time because historically markets will bounce back 20, 25%. A lot of people lost 50%. You're not making 100% anytime soon. I'm going to keep going quickly because I want to get as much to you as I can. I'm telling you, and this is where you can say BS, Scott, but during these crashes, our losses were minimal compared to the rest of the market. These are some of my past clients. Ed was a Fortune 500 CFO. I took him to work optional within 3 years of working with him. Stacy was a young woman who came to me with less than 200 grand. I worked with her for over 15 years. She is now completely work optional. She tells me she works because she doesn't want to stay home and fight with her husband. Okay. This is a new client in the new business, and he's learning how to charge his stocks rent, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But he's been making roughly 2 to 3% a month on this program. It's one of our subscriptions, and we'll pass this. Okay, remember I said the three P's? Your paycheck, your playcheck, and your peace of mind. That's what work optional will help you achieve. Because let me tell you something, folks. When you reach a point in your life, you don't have to worry about being downsized. You don't have to worry about how am I going to pay bills. And you do. You want to go out for dinner. You'd like to take a trip to Florida when it's snowing like 2 feet outside your window. You can do this, but you've got to employ some tools. So let me show you what Wall Street's main tools are that they're not letting you or really want you to use. Can everyone see this? All right, this is a classic stock chart. And the easy way to read it, you only need two eyes, is you move from lower left to upper right. And what this lines are is the price action, and down here is time. So just using your eyes, who thinks this chart is a safe investment? Who thinks this chart will make them money? Anyone? Show of hands? Okay, let's look at the next one. What about this one? You think this one can make you money? Anyone want to take a gamble here? Right. Guess what? Both of them can make you money. And we teach you those strategies. What I want you to remember is don't ever, ever buy a stock again without looking at a chart. Why? Because you just saw. It shows you who's driving the bus. You don't want to catch a falling knife. You want to be where money is flowing.
Two
Okay.
minutes.
So, and I'm happy anyone that is interested, I will give anyone in NEBA a 15-minute Zoom session on how to read a chart. I'm telling you, it will put you ahead of 90% of all the advisors out there. Okay, let's see what stock charts really look like. This is Palantir. Those of you in the tech market know it's one of the big Mag 7. So the stock peaks. Okay, and charts tell a story. Watch this. So the price failed. Whoops. Okay, and I got to move something so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, the price fails and it goes down. This is what we call get out of Dodge. And if you did, you saved yourself a lot of grief because when you lose from 19 and three quarters down to 6, that's not a conversation you want to have with the spouse. The trend is down. You lost 82% of your money. This is what we call a rounded bottom. I'll explain it to anyone who wants the free session. It is the most powerful chart pattern you will ever see because what happens is next it breaks out. And as you can see, now we're back to where it crashed and it went from 20 and change all the way up to 74, a slight pause up to 119. And it continued and continued. Now, I will tell you, I'm not showing it to you today, but the chart also told me when to get out. Remember I said you can charge your stocks rent? The technical term for this is called the covered call strategy. I have basic 101 information. There is a learning curve, but year to date, we have generated just under 24,000 in actionable income that could go in your pocket right now on just the issues we've put out this year. One of my clients said to me, "You know, I pay you $97 a month for this, and I've already brought in 15,000. I think I'm ahead of the game." Okay.
Scott, we're approaching that 10-minute marker, and I want to make sure that you get to tell people how to contact you.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome.
Now, I
Awesome.
want to just make one thing known.
Please.
I'm coming out on Monday with a new subscription. This is called our Work Optional Signal Bulletin. This is our curated process that have led us to high potential winners for 42 years. It is not BS, and I will tell you that the picks on this list are up 8.5% year to date. And since we did this original test group back in October, we are beating the market hands down. I know everyone's going BS, but do it face to face with me and you won't think it's BS. Thank you for your time.